The heel elevated front squat is a front squat variation where we elevate our heels either using small plates or squat wedge. Now, when we use a squat wedge, we want to make sure that we set ourselves up slightly behind the rack. That way we have enough space to walk back. Now, by using a squat wedge, we allow ourselves to get into an even deeper knee flexion angle and stay super upright, which in this example, when we do our front squat, we're going to really load up those quads to really take a front squat to that next level. So everything's the same here. We're going to set up either with our front rack position or our cross arm position, really focusing on staying upright. When we do this, you want to just make sure if you're up here and you feel like you're sliding, you can move your foot down lower, but the more incline you have, the more quad flexion you're going to get. So to start, we're going to take this exercise. I'm going to take my grip, come up underneath. I walk myself out onto the platform. From here, I'm going to stay tall. My heels stay down, and I sit, staying vertical, letting my knees go forward, and then I stand on up. Again, I'm focusing on keeping my hips underneath me, driving through the big toe and the heel, making sure I feel those quads. Now, the biggest issue we see when putting people on a wedge, a couple things. First is when they go down, they're not used to it, and their heels lift up. So we want to make sure those heels stay down. The second is that it's such a huge range of motion that sometimes they lose positioning in that lower back and they start to collapse. So if that's the case, just come up a little higher before you collapse. And lastly is just general upper back position. Make sure you keep your chest up. This is a great exercise. It can be used in the 1 to 5 rep range to build strength specific to your front squat. You can also use it in the 5 to 10 rep range to build muscle and strength for the quads. And you can even make a nasty quad workout by training in that 15 to 25 rep range.